Today, I'm covering some fabric that I bought a week or so ago, and I am trying to implement that a little bit more in my content to where I show you what I buy and then I show you how I use it, whether it's for my website, whether it's for donations, fabric, yarn, whatever. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, hang around, come with me. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm glad you're here today. If you are new, usually I cover knit, crochet, sewing, some gardening, homesteading. I cover a wide range of things. Today I'm going to cover some fabric that I bought. I believe it was like a week and a half ago. And then I'm also going to cover some fabric that I received finally. It was a few days late, but I received it in the mail. So I wanted to get y'all. Now that was the fabric that I bought was a couple weeks ago. The fabric that came in was, let's see, 4 days ago. So I know this video is going to be like a week or so ago that you saw that. But anyway, timelines, I know. But it's a matter of when I have time to get a recording done in, and because the recording that you're seeing now, I started this introduction right after I finished this. So probably 3 or 4 days after I got the fabric in. So, confused yet? Yeah. Yep. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for returning time and time again, no matter what kind of craziness that I get up to. So, what I'm going to cover today in the entire video is going to be filmed on 2 separate occasions. I will show you the fabric that I bought, but I will show you first this right here, which I said I was really, really worried about this fabric. Let me show you and then I'll talk about it. Is this not the most beautiful little Highland cow you've ever seen? How precious is that? And it has this little pocket. And let me tell you, this was an order, so this material was special ordered for that order. By the time you see this, hopefully the recipient, the customer, will already have it in her hands and be in love with it like I am, because this thing is so soft. Now, when I showed you when it came in the mail, I admitted that I messed up on what kind of material it was. In the listing, I swore up and down this thing said it was 100% cotton. It wasn't. But I can tell you now that will not limit me in making a fantastic bag, because this thing, it says it's 100% polyester, and my interfacing, I was able to iron it on. It was beautiful. It did not mess up the interface. Did not mess up the interfacing at all. Now, I just happened to see this, okay? This is funny as I'll get out to me. I almost, in my seam, I almost did it perfectly. The rose is almost perfect. The little Highland cow down here is nearly perfect. How cute is that? I couldn't do that again if I tried. I did order extra of that material because I thought it was 100% cotton. But that doesn't matter. I do have enough if y'all want a tote. I would, if you do a drawstring bag, I would recommend just this fabric, because I don't have a matching fabric type to put on the bottom. So if you want a bag made out of this beautiful Highland cow print, it will have to be just the entire bag out of that one print. It won't have the two tones like I normally do. If you do a drawstring bag, I will do like a cream drawstring sleeve. It will be out of 100% cotton, but I don't want to do the cotton on the bottom like I normally do on the boxed bottom. So keep that in mind. But it is a beautiful bag, and it is hopefully being enjoyed by its new owner. Now, this is where I'm going to stop it for today's video, and it's going to, be pieced together, and then I will show you the next bags, because I have a tote and a drawstring bag out of another fabric that I want to show you. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's been a few days since I recorded that for the Highland Cow tote. Now, to be fair, and y'all have to ignore my hair, it has got a mind of its own. I'm so tempted to just cut it all off. Anyway. I did get finished on 3 bags. Now, the Highland tote, the day I did the Highland tote and I recorded that, I had this little guy right here 99% done. Okay? I only had to do my drawstrings. And as you can see, that is a still substantial size drawstring bag, right? They hold a lot. And if you're curious, Hannah over at the Cozy Cottage Crochet shows you just how much can fit in one of these. It can hold, I can literally probably put 3 regular Super Saver things in there or more. Actually, I think I can. It's been forever since I've done that. But when I first made these, I tested to see how big they were. Now, this is the drawstring version. And is that not beautiful? I didn't show you this. I did have it on my thumbnail when I made the Highland Cow. But I had not shown you this in the video. So I wanted to just take a moment. And look at how beautiful it is. Oops. I love it. And then, you can just kind of fold it up. It just folds up into a little thing when you're not using it. And it's a unobtrusive project bag. You can put it in your sock drawer. And if you want any of these, go down. The link to my website is always right below on my videos. And I do have some in stock, and most of them have, sorry, a new email just popped up on my laptop, and it kind of, I was like, whoa, what is that? But anyway, most of my bags are custom ordered. Custom made to order. But I do have some existing bags already. Now, if you want to know ahead of time before placing an order, whether it's in stock or it's custom order, they're all in stock. It's just going to take a few days for me to make them. But they're all listed. And I have a wide range of different patterns, different tops and bottoms. Just reach out to me and ask your questions, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. I try to stay on top of that. Even though it's crazy busy as I've been, I do try to stay on top of that. Now, the tote. Is that not gorgeous? And it's got the little pocket in the front, of course. But is that not beautiful? Come on. It's so hard not to keep all of these fabulous drawstring bags and totes. I do pick out fabrics that I think would appeal to a wide range of people. But there's some that are my taste. all of the Daisy line is my taste. The bright pink, the purple. Actually, did I get purple? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do have purple. Laura made sure I had purple. The bright pink, the purple, the blue, and now the black. I was thinking the other day, I wonder if they had green, but I don't know that green would really work with the flower, since it has the little green flowers and stems and stuff. So I don't know if they would have a green background, but I love all the Daisy versions. I love them. And I think they're gorgeous. Oops. Well, they're not going to be able to, it's not going to sit there with my squirrels. All right, squirrelies. These are babies. Yes, I do love my squirrels. As y'all know, I have squirrel moments all the time. All right. So those are my daisies. Okay. I have the daisy. I have the daisies. All right. Sorry. I am so thirsty. And I really, really need to be hydrating more. I actually drink an electrolyte. It's a little powder that I put in my water. It's called Hydrate. That stuff works wonders. Because my leg muscles have been cramping up, and I think it's just, I need minerals. I need more minerals. But anyway, here's the other one. The tropical fish. And I only did this one in this drawstring so far. Now, if you do want this in a tote similar to that format with the black, you know, reach out, let me know. I will be more than happy to make it. But I did not want to. The totes are expensive for a lot of people, so I wanted the drawstring option first. That way, if someone wanted it in the drawstring, it was more attainable. And then if you want the tote. But see, I also did, if two people wanted it in drawstring, I didn't want to use the last little bit of fabric I had and not be able to make another one for the drawstring. So if you do want a tote, we are working on prepayment, custom order type situations from here on out. So let me know. I do like that one. Now, I will do a full disclaimer. The other tropical fish that I showed with the possible blue bottom, I have not made that yet because I'm not 100% sold on that one yet. I'm getting there. It's just, I mean, the past few days has been ultimately crazy around here anyway. But I want to, does that make sense when you want to think on it and you want to see if, you know, ow. Well, that little bit of hair come out on that one. I mean, I'm just not certain, okay? And I want to be 100% certain before I use that fabric. I do want to get some more of that blue for the idea for my my kaleidoscope quilt that I'm going to make myself, because I do think that would be a pretty border. Actually, I want to get, oh, you know what I should have done? I'll make note to do that. To see if I like the kaleidoscope, the midnight butterflies and stuff with that. I meant to do it when I first had that idea, and then life happened and I didn't write myself a note. I did write myself a note though about using it for that reason, but you know, I didn't. I also didn't keep it out long enough, because y'all, when I want my work table clean, I want it clean. And right now it's not clean. It will be. After I finish filming this, I can put the drawstring bags over here in my complete drawstring bag pile. And I will hang my daisy tote right there. if it doesn't get sold, it'll probably hang up there for a day or so if it doesn't get sold. But as much as y'all love these daisies, y'all love them as much as I do, so it probably won't stay there very long. I have to make sure that I go ahead and take pictures. It is not sunshiny though. I like to take my pictures when it's sunshining so I can use as much natural light as possible, because natural light helps colors be as true as they can be. I mean, come on. Black background daisies, there's not a whole lot of color, variation on that. But like with the tropical fish, that's artificial light and that's natural light. Is there any difference? I won't know till I look back at my video. But anyway, I actually have my notepad out on my table today. I hope you've enjoyed making what I've made out of the fabric haul plus my stash dive. And I do think I'm going to continue to do that with fabric and yarn so that I can use, I may have something new and something that I got out of my stash, or I might just have stash only. And I think they're going to be called stash hauls. Yeah, I like that idea. So I hope now, right now, it's like I said, it's like stupid crazy busy. So if you were coming for the totes and the bags and all that's done. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna chitty chat for just a second, because I have to go in there and figure out what I'm doing for dinner. Now I know some of these videos are a lot less chatty than I normally do, and if you like that, great, I'm glad. If you don't, if you prefer more of the chatty videos, there will be some, okay? It's just there may be times to where it's easier and faster for me to get the other videos out and then have a longer chatty video type situation going on. Okay? I promise they're still there. They're in here and they're in here and they're in here. But sometimes it's not a matter of being able to sit down and do that. Now, if I had my crochet or my knit in here, I could probably do a few more minutes, but honestly, I have got to go in there and I have got to figure out what I'm cooking for dinner tonight, because your girl has no clue. No clue. I've been working on another project all morning, and y'all will see it. I promise. It's been threatening to rain all morning, and I'm just waiting to see if it's going to do it. I like to hear the rain. I really like it when I'm in my workroom and I hear it, pinging off the AC. I like that. That's very soothing. But I tell you what, I'm going to get off here. I hope you have a great day, morning, night, whenever you get to watch this. I hope you find some joy today. I have found some immense joy today. And it revolves around two little furry four-legged critters. They have done nothing but want to lay on me. They've wanted belly rubs. And I know everybody says cats don't like their belly rubbed. All my cats, most of my cats, have liked belly rubs. We did get a stray one year. Well, not 1 year. I mean, he was with us for about 4 or 5 years. His name was Scooter. And technically he wasn't a stray. He was given to us, so it was kind of a rescue type situation, because the person that had him couldn't keep him anymore. And to me, that's one step away from being a stray, because, you know, most people bring out critters out here and drop them out in the country. But I think he was abused by a female. He tolerated me. I was the only female he would tolerate. But he didn't let me love on him like he would let my husband love on him. Yeah, he was my husband's cat more than mine. He wouldn't let another female touch him at all. And I got to love on him. But sometimes he would swat me. And sometimes he'd just, you know, be very, very scared of me. And if y'all know me, you know that basically any animal that lives and breathes will come to me. I don't know why that is. And it's maybe they all know that I love animals and I have a big heart for them. But anyway, he was the only kitty cat that would not absolutely let me touch his tummy. Now, Mittens and Oreo, those two, they let me, but it wasn't something like they went like, Minnie and Tippy, they do this. They will absolutely just stretch out and let me just rub their belly. And earlier, before I came in to film this, the ending of this video, I was going in there to go to, you know, my bedroom to at least put on, I was in my nightgown, y'all, okay? 11 o'clock. I was still in my nightgown. But I went in there to put on the shirt. I was going to my bedroom, and I walked by my husband's recliner, and Tippy grabbed me. And I looked down at him, and he stretched his little arms. Usually, if they're sitting on the floor or sitting somewhere and sitting up, they'll stretch their arms like, you know, pick me up, pick me up. But he was laying down, and he stretched his little arms like this, and I was like, oh, you want a belly rub? So I started rubbing his belly some more. They had been having belly rubs all morning, so I don't know why he just felt the absolute need to stop me at that moment to get more belly rubs. But he did. Excuse me. He did. And I rubbed his belly, made him happy. But that was my joy for the day. Didn't get to see my grandson this morning yet. You know, we didn't do our normal walk, but normally it's my grandson that brings me all the joy, because that boy, at 6 years old, you would not believe some of the things that come out of his mouth. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I do have some updates, hopefully within the next video or two, on my great nephew's quilt. So be looking for that. I'm so excited. I'm still torn. The reason why I say stay tuned for that, because it's hanging up on my yarn shelving. And I have yet to decide whether I'm going to keep it a 48 by 48 or reduce it to a 36 by 48. I just don't know. I don't know. But by the time you see the video for it, I will already have made up my mind. So, you know, I think it's beautiful. I'm so excited. And since I've got that one almost, I mean, it's just the top, okay? I have to put I have to do the batting and the back and get it quilted together and then do the binding. I'm thinking I might do the backing big enough to where I can fold it over and then just do the traditional, you know, it's like a binding of backing instead of doing a separate binding, because the backing that I'm going to use a darker gray, because I have some it's not the gray that I bought from the warehouse sale, because I was going to originally do that. But then I remembered I had some 108-inch backing over here underneath my TV that I had bought before we closed at Joann. So I might use that because it's a little darker. The top of it's beautiful and light, and you know, it has little darker tones throughout it, but it would match really well with the darker gray 108-inch backing, even though I don't need a 108-inch. I mean, it's only a 48-inch quilt. But if they want to lay it down, and that's one of the arguments about me keeping it 48 by 48, is if they want to lay it down as a play mat for Isaiah, then, you know, he can just play around on the floor, and because they have hardwood floors, so it would, you know. So I think that's a vote, a very strong vote for that, to keep it 48 by 48, but also to bring the backing over top and do the binding with that, so that, you know, for one, it will match. It'll really accent it, and it'll keep those edges. They'll be dark, so if they get stained a little bit, it's not going to show really, really bright. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So keep an eye out for the quilt, and then once I get Isaiah's finished, I'm going to start on Zachariah's, and that's going to be a Georgia Bulldog quilt. So I'm so excited. Lots of quilting to come. I don't know what pattern I'm going to do the Georgia Bulldog quilt in. If I have quilters, give me some suggestions. I was thinking, you know, I know I can do just the standard blocks. Starry Charms here has taught me I don't know if I want to do half square triangles again until I have more practice. But what better way to practice than to do? But I don't know. That would look cute if I did Starry Charms and do alternating red and black stars. No, I can do white stars. I can do white stars and then use solid red and solid black, and then do the Georgia Bulldog squares. Oh, okay, so bear with me. On my half square triangles, I could do half of it's going to be white because of the star, but on the other half, I can alternate. I can do half of them red and half of them black, and then position them. Ooh, I'm going to get some graph paper, and I'm going to draw it out first to see if I like that idea, because I do like the stars. I love the stars and the Starry Charms. So ideas, and they keep flowing and they keep flowing. I love it. All right, I'm going to get off here so I can go pick out something that I'm going to cook for dinner. But I hope you have a great afternoon. Like I said, great afternoon, morning. And I know I was already trying to let y'all go once before, and then I got so inspired. And then I happened to look up and I see the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Braves, the Clemson, the Carolina Panthers, the Florida Gators, Alabama, South Carolina Gamecocks. All of the possibilities. All right, let me get these quilts done first, okay? All right. I hope that you do find that joy. I know I shared with you my joy for the day, so grab it, hold on to it, because you know what? Tomorrow, if it's a poopy day, I can just think about my little kitty cats, how much they was wanting all the loves and the belly rubs today, and it'll brighten my morning, my day, whenever I need it. So there's value in that. On that note, I will see you in the next one. Take care of you, and bring some sunshine to somebody's day. Even if it's just a, hey, how you doing? Or I like that top, or your hair looks good, or even if it's you telling yourself that in the mirror. Okay? All right. See you in the next one. Bye.